It is a massive surprise to everyone, as it's the first time coloured smoke has been used in a piston engine aircraft. So not only are you seeing a world record where 5 wing walkers are in the sky, you are also seeing the coloured smoke and any coloured smoke used in a piston aircraft. So in time, they are all following lead aircraft, Steve Hickory, Kirsty Jolly. So pilot and wing walker.
Now, Kirsty, she's got a new job, hasn't she?
She has indeed. Kirsty is actually of the wing walker.
And it's bumpy today.
Very, yeah. It's slightly windy, so obviously if you imagine standing on the ground, they'll have lifted their legs and are waving. So not only are they just standing facing 100 degrees going along the crowd line, and as you can see, they're mirroring each other's actions. So the 2 wing walkers are leaning in towards each other, and there they go to the V break, and isn't it just absolutely incredible to see 5 aircraft in the sky?
That girl's not the right way up.
Indeed, actually it's inverted and that's doing a handstand on the wing. So you imagine that normally it's standing the right way up, but the girls are upside down doing the opposition bump. And during this manoeuvre, they undergo positive and negative speed.
And it's very fitting that the Mustang is up there flying above there at the Piper Cub. Of course, the Piper Cub was used a lot for spotting. You did artillery spotting. What you did is you sent off your artillery shells and sent a cover to report back by radio how well your shells were hitting or missing the target. So these things stayed low, they stayed in the danger zone, small arms fire, but they were very manoeuvrable. You could throw a cover and they're wonderful aeroplanes to fly. An airplane which weighs 700 pounds, which is powered by 65 horsepower, which is nothing. I mean, today, want to buy a motorcycle if it's only 65 horsepower, everybody will love it. But the thing, in fact, is famous because it's probably not an aircraft in history. The Piper Cub is a miracle because it's a major aircraft design in the mid-30s. I would say, what have you got? You've got the Piper Cub, which is now in the sky, above the runway, and if you take the proportions of the Cub, if you take its span, the width of its landing gear, the length of the fuselage, the moment arm of the control surface, if you take all this into one big equation, and if you transfer this equation to something bigger, you end up, for instance, with the North American T-6, which is the training aircraft of the period. Then if you transfer this to a military fighter, you end up with what? With the P-40 or with the P-51. If you transfer this to a transport aircraft, you end up with a DC-3. If you transfer this equation to the bomber, you end up with the B-70. And in fact, the Piper Cub, this small 2-seater, is the basis of everything. It's the aircraft with which the equation was designed. What's stunning is to realize that the Cub flew in 1937, well, it was produced in this period, thought to fly to hundreds of thousands. In fact, I have one, and I can tell you that flying on a nice evening when the sun settles down on the Atlantic coast near Arcachon, where I live, when you just take the Cub above the beach and you just go to sleep like a baby. We have a quick public service announcement. There's a white Fiesta F79, probably the best, the friendliest of the warbirds. They were both the young people who were going to war in this. Eisenhower had one. He had a Jeep, of course. Cannon firing through the middle of the propeller, also armed with machine guns. Not everyone played it, and Chuck Yeager absolutely loved it. A lot of them were sent to Russia on Lend-Lease, as were a lot of King Cobras, the later version of the aircraft, much more powerful version. Also unusual that because of the mid-engine configuration, it meant there was the weight distribution was different. It was done with a tricycle undercarriage rather than a tail wheel. So this is very unusual. It's the only, trying little fighter that I can think of at the moment. with the P-38, which was a twin-engine aircraft, but during World War II there was only one tricycle equipped aircraft. It was flown by a pilot from Brooklyn, and the nickname of this aircraft, it's Brooklyn Buck. Yes, that's right. What? And the P-40 artifact that historical aircraft are being regularly. By the way, yeah.